All right, imagine this. You're walking down the street and you hear that familiar BMW growl coming from behind you. You turn around, expecting to see a G80 M3, but instead, it's something sharper, angrier, and instantly recognizable as the next big chapter in BMW's performance story. That's what the 2026 BMW M3 is shaping up to be. And today we're diving into everything enthusiasts are buzzing about. The M3 has always been one of those cars that defines an era. Every generation brings something new, something bold, something that sets the standard for sports sedans all over again. And with the 2026 model, it really feels like BMW is dialing in the formula rather than reinventing it. More focus, more refinement, and a design direction that seems to hit the sweet spot fans have been begging for. Let's talk about the way this thing looks, because BMW seems to be smoothing out some of the controversy from recent years. The front end, cleaner, sharper, more proportional. The grille is still aggressive, still unmistakably M, but it's more refined and better integrated into the front fascia. The headlights are slimmer with a new LED signature that gives the car this focused, almost predatory stare. It's like BMW finally found the balance between bold design and classic M3 aggression. From the side, the car sits lower and wider, with more sculpted character lines that give it this athletic, ready-to-pounce energy. And the rear, oh man, the rear looks like BMW made it in a wind tunnel built for attitude. You've got the classic quad exhausts, but they're reshaped and slightly wider apart, sitting inside a more aerodynamic diffuser. The taillights look modern and sleek, kind of like a mix between the current M lineup and something a bit more futuristic. Overall, it feels like BMW listened to the fans who wanted aggression without going overboard. Now, let's get into the heart of the M3, because this is where things get exciting. No hybrid, no electrification, just a refined version of the iconic 3.0-liter twin-turbo inline-six that the M3 is known for. BMW is reportedly cranking it up even further, pushing performance beyond the current generation, but keeping that unmistakable M character intact. Faster throttle response, even sharper power delivery, and a sound that hits you right in the chest the second you start it up. That's the stuff M fans really want. And the transmission? Expect BMW to stick with the tried and true formula: lightning-fast automatic shifts, predictable control, and a drivetrain that feels like it was tuned by people who spend their weekends on racetracks. The M3 has always been a precision tool, and the 2026 version looks like it's doubling down on that identity. Handling-wise, BMW seems to be refining rather than reinventing. Improved suspension geometry, more rigid chassis tuning, and better weight distribution are all expected. The goal is simple: keep the M3 playful, keep it balanced, and keep it that perfect middle ground between daily driver comfort and racetrack sharpness. If you've driven an M car before, you know exactly what I mean. It's not about being stiff, it's about being connected, inside. The 2026 M3 is where things get really interesting. BMW is leaning into a more modern, minimalistic cockpit, but still giving the M3 its own sporty flavor. You're probably going to see the curved dual display setup BMW has been using recently, but with upgraded graphics and a cleaner layout. The interface should be faster, friendlier, and more customizable. The seats? Expect a new evolution of the M carbon buckets. Still wild, still supportive, but hopefully a bit more comfortable for actual everyday use. BMW is also rumored to be using more carbon fiber reinforced plastics inside, giving the cabin this motorsport-inspired vibe without making it feel stripped out. And of course, the typical M touches: red start button, tricolor stitching, beefy steering wheel, those aren't going anywhere. One thing BMW seems focused on is making the interior feel more premium without sacrificing that raw connection M3 drivers love. Better materials, cleaner surfaces, and tighter fit and finish. It's like taking the tech-forward approach of modern BMWs and blending it with the classic driver-first mentality. Now, about pricing. This is where things get a little spicy. With all the updated tech, refined engineering, and new materials, you can expect the 2026 M3 to start a bit higher than the current generation. Most people are guessing somewhere in the low to mid 80K range to start, with fully loaded models easily crossing into the 100K territory. It's not cheap, but honestly, the M3 has earned its price tag over the years. You're paying for decades of engineering refinement and a driving experience very few sedans can match. So how does it compare to past models? Well, that's the fun part. The older M3s each had their own vibe. The E46 with its perfect balance, the E92 with its screaming V8, the F80 with its brutal punch, and the current G80 with its high-tech confidence. The 2026 model looks like it's taking the best elements of all of them. The balance of the early cars, the power of the turbo era, the tech of the modern generation. It feels like BMW is blending nostalgia with progress. It's not reinventing the M3, it's perfecting it. And that's honestly what a lot of fans wanted. Evolution, not revolution. So yeah, the 2026 BMW M3 is shaping up to be a monster. Cleaner design, more refined power, sharper handling, and an interior that feels both futuristic and still true to its roots. If this is the direction BMW is going, the M3 might just continue its streak as the king of sports sedans. Let me know your thoughts. Would you take this next-gen M3 over the current one? Do you think BMW is finally hitting that sweet spot again? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed the breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe because we've got plenty more cars to talk about.